You know if you quit because you actually quit, you gave up on yourself, and that's and nobody can really judge that for you. And I think that's an important lesson, and that's how you make it through buds, because you never had a choice.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way you can get through what I've heard described and while having a plan B. Like, I hope I get through this.
Yeah.
I always talk about it like bandwidth, and I would say to people, like, if you want to really do something, you only have let's pretend you have like a certain amount of juice, like your juice is 100, and when it's fully on, you have 100. Well, if you take 30 of it and you put it towards this, and another 20 and you put it towards that, well, guess what? You think you're all in, but you're really only 50% in, because you've got all this 50% of your juice is on all these different things. You got to be 100% involved in what you're trying to do at your best. Like for fighting, that's a big one. When I tell guys, there's a lot of guys that I know that are kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And I'm like, get out, because there's a fucking animal out there. There's some Mike Tyson when he was 20 years old, and he's going to rearrange your liver. If you had a wrestling match with Cain Velasquez, how well do you think you'd do?
Straight up wrestling?
Yeah.
I think people would be surprised.
Really? You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be surprised.
Mm.
I really do. I think he'd fuck you up. And I say that as a friend and a guy who loves you. I think he's just on another level.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. Get out now, because there's people that are all in. And when you're half in, those people that are all in, you become their highlight reel.
That's probably good advice.
It's the best advice. It's the best advice.
To take.
You see it. You see guys that are starting to think, well, maybe one more fight. Like, fuck, stop. Just stop now.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's how you get hurt.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing because of this world where there are so many people that are teaching lessons. There's a certain amount there's a bridge between you and the very best guys in the world. And I don't know if you can cross that bridge. That's the reality of life.